It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Scanning the field, it's Morrison. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Canes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. To start the drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Complete downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line, but will they go for it on fourth down? Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second down coming up. tight end. Open space at the 25. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Canes. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got him this time.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
To the air, it's Morrison. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Caught near the sticks. It's Walters. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Wants to throw again. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Morrison. He turns that loose down the right side. Picked off! What a play by this defense!
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break breaks into the open. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Swings it out to his running back. To the tip, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got his man quickly. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry up.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
And the Canes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Morrison. He's going for it all. He's got it for a big play. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Handoff from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Really nice play there catching the pass, and I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And now on second down for this offense. Give to the running back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
By the receiver. Gain of 2. First and goal, Clemson.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. We will circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Morrison. With the catch, it's Walters. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Canes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half, I imagine. There he goes! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Number 17.
The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give on the option. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Dropping back, it's Morrison. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quick completion on the out. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those...
Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll wrestling down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Gets it to the back. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down and run. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this...
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Back to throw, it's Morrison. Quick strike complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the Canes are on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Chains now on 2nd and long.
Razor. Green 25.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. It's Higgins. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. Plucks it out of the air. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Morrison. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on second down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricane!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He's got it. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He'll take a shot. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Morrison. Gets it out fast. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Offense lining up quickly.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Higgins.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to pass. It's Morrison. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the 1st down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'd be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator comes out and shows the defense the same look, but this time sends the receiver to the middle of the field. Might catch the defense off guard.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Oh, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Canes! Made the himself, and they put points on the board. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Clemson set up with another first down. Running back searching for a hole.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Getting late. Pressure building. Huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Oh, lots of room to throw that one in there. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Looking to throw, it's Morrison. Dumps it off to the flats. The offense coughs it up. And the defense got it. Racing down the left side. The 20. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a... and score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat.